Iranians got some things that they don't want boss man to know. You see what I mean?
Like even the air quote here, handkerchief-headed Iranians don't want boss man to know. Like,
Right. No, there's some things. Okay, remember double agency. In a group of stool pigeons and tattletales, you got all different levels. They got some that'll jump off the bridge for boss man. They got some who are double agents. They ain't for nobody, they for themselves. Or they play this and that way to see who's going to win, right? Who's going to lose. And they start smelling, okay, look like he's going to win. Like right now, Iran have held on so long and things have spread. It don't seem like much, but when you get people looking like they might win in Yemen, and you get brothers in Lebanon, and they doing the same thing we do here. When they shot them brothers a couple of weeks ago, they did not respond. Just like when they busted me upside the head, they knew that I would respond because they done studied everything around me and about me, and they knew, right, that I would respond. Or if anything happens, they're still going to get a chance to open up my head wide open and put in there anything they want. Right? Well, this is the way I was thinking about it. Well, I had to reason. They plan. Well, we missing a few things. So we got to get up on what's happening. Right? For this level that we ain't nobody playing now. So that's why I said when I was sitting there looking stupid in the hospital, I was just saying, what did I say? Positive. There's something about, not positive, but optimism. You got to be optimistic. Don't worry about how pitiful it looks. This ain't pitiful. This is great. I'll give you a quick example, not to change the subject. When boss man got you wired up, it's even more dangerous for him. Example. If, let's just use some example like color-coded thinking. You know, artificial intelligence, you know, got a screen and stuff shows up, right? So, you want to think about advertisement or putting out something or something opposite of that, you could think of something close to that and it won't show up as red. But when they got your mind blotted out and they think about this, a red dot shows up, right? So you Negroize it so that when you think about red, you train yourself to think about pink. Pink is close to red, according to how sensitive the machinery is that they got, right? And red means da-da-da-da-da. But pink means something close to that. Like if you're doing with words in Spanish, and you can flip up Spanish and English and Arabic and mix it all up. You know what I mean? Where the stuff may not be that sensitive yet. Like when they supposedly killed my son, I wrote Gadab, and I wrote something which means anger, you know what I mean, and something else. And I just wrote it. No, mentiras, they're lying. It's a lie. He ain't dead. You know, I wrote mentira, then I wrote. So you don't need the bullet to miss you no more than if it misses you by a quarter inch, it's like missing you a mile, right? So everybody else don't want it even to come in their direction. It's not us. The old master, right? When you're trying to hit the old master just enough. But the young guy jumps all up in there, turn, flips, let's go, right? Right? The old master don't do that. That's why I remember I started writing about the old master years ago. The old master is not, he's getting old, but he's a master at what he's doing. So instead of, if we're going to do a propaganda program, we'll code pink it like advertencia, advertisement, propaganda. So in Spanish, advertisement is propaganda. Propaganda, right? Advertisement. So you're going to do advertisement. Or you're going to do propaganda, but you're going to think of it in the word and in the pink code of propaganda. I hope y'all trying, okay, that I'm not going too fast and too far. In other words, give boss man a run for his money. F you, boss man, you can't stop the nigga from nothing. You know? And guess what? Who's in the driver's seat, him or us? Tell the truth. Who's batting out? Who's struck out he come to bat, everybody turn their head and go to the hot dog stand or something. Because he's going to strike out. Right now, boss man have struck out. He can't go to bat without striking out. And we doing like Babe Ruth. We point where we going to hit every time, right? It's going over that, and we get up. Bam! And there it goes. I'm telling you every time. Every time. And it's not getting worse. You know what I mean? Like when you get older, you get to slipping a little bit. It's actually increasing. You know, so anyway, let me speak. Still, we're talking about the fundraising. We're talking to the Iranians. So don't y'all get lost. There's nothing I can do about it. It'll take, within some years, I'm going to get control of this wandering mentality. From Stalingrad to Oakland, the struggle that we just went through, we call it from Stalingrad to Oakland. That's very, very important. Because when we were coming up, we never heard anything about it. All we heard about was D-Day landing, June the 6th, 1944, the Allies forces with 18,000 ships, some say 25, assaulted or landed, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they never said anything about Stalingrad. Stalingrad is where the war was lost for the Russians. I mean, for the Germans. 5 out of 6 Germans killed was killed by Russians. The Eastern Front, that was like sending you to hell. They were, oh Lord, you're not going to send me to the Eastern Front. But send me to the Western Front to fight Americans and French and the Bobbies from England. But please, don't send me to fight them Russians. Because we done raped all their women, destroyed all this stuff, and they come in mercilessly. Hey, and they not worried about whether they're going to be here forever. We done killed 28 million of them. You never hear about that in the U.S. history? Did they kill 28 million Russians? Who else ever even thought about losing that many people? 28 million people, according to everybody's count. That's people, man. I mean, that's like a lot of people. You know, okay. So Oakland was Stalingrad. We stopped the white man and the Zionists in Oakland. We didn't already won that battle. We'll go back and collect whatever soon. That's where we're going back. But the battle's already won. Okay, so they can accredit us with the battle. They could say yes in court. They could do what they want. It don't make no difference. We already won the battle. We designed the battle and we won that hands down. They didn't win nothing. We're gonna break through the heart of these Negroes there talking about this masjid is yours. We're rolling in and we're taking it and we said, hey, knock yourself out. I have to tell you what that was right here. We've talked about it before, but you got to remember, we've been doing this a long time, dear believers, and we have a good idea. Does anybody remember designed fitna? Designed fitna. That's from like 2011-ish, 10-ish, 11-ish. Okay. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. I'm looking at it. Well, if I put my glasses on, I'll be able to see it a little bit better. Designed fitna. This stuff's still going on, but back then, it's like, okay, design fitna is when all of the stuff that happens, everything that go on, we designed it, or we engineered it almost to be exactly what it is. So we had this putty in our hand, and we made this environment. The environment that we have in Oakland and that we have here, we have made this environment. But they was thinking they're going to make that environment. Why? Because whatever we present to them, we've already studied in our systems analysis, what are they going to do if they see this? What are they going to do if they see that? Right? It's simple. You got them down pat. And they have followed the pattern. I mean, dutifully. That's why we have the attitude that we have about them. And the other thing, attitude is non-hatred for the system. And the other thing about aging is, after a while, it's not Jesus's, but Lord forgive them, they don't know what they do, stuff like that. That stuff starts creeping in, and it starts creeping in policy too. Because if somebody make you mean and hateful, you lose right away, because now you're like them. That's why we made a policy, and we wrote it down, and we look at it there almost every day. We can't remember it, but it's still there. Love, optimism, all of that stuff. Right? Yeah, because that's real. And it's been real. It became our clear-cut policy about 2009. But that's a policy for success, because we're in a new arena now. And I mean, we know it now like, it's real and it's accelerating. So not only are we not going to let boss man make us mad, because if you let somebody make you mad in a fight, he can do anything he wants to you because you're mad. That's the first thing, you throw that out the window. Not anger. And then the world is clear now. The world needs, I don't want to call it love. It sounds like a song. The world needs love. But it do, man. Hey, it needed bad. It needed bad. Okay. And see, when you start out and you're trying to keep up with Allah, which you can't do, or go in that direction, Hadith say, if you, come to me one hand, I'll come to you with them stretched out. You come to me walking, and I'll come to you running. And that's a metaphor. Allah is not running. Hey, brother. Dumb stuff like that. That means if we make the effort, and we've made the effort here. Actually, I don't say this much, but I'm proud of our effort. I'm happy with our effort. I'm happy as I can be with it. Because we have passed all of our own tests, not their tests, our own tests, our personal tests, our community tests, and we have arrived at a certain location, not location, but a certain position. And that's because of evolution, where of course we're part of the Islamic movement, Then you begin to look around at more than Muslims that like, wait a minute, let's see. If one side of the world drowns, will the other side drown too? Right? So it will, of course, right? Yeah. So